All right, guys. For the game, we got Oren Burks will be questionable and Kalia Davis questionable. Go ahead.
So that's pretty good news on Deebo. What does it mean just to have him not, be a factor as far as the injury report?
It's huge. I mean, a little scary at the beginning of the week, but the fact he was able to go full go today and no restrictions on him is definitely a good thing for us.
What are the injuries with Burks?
Burks had a collision yesterday, so he's got a shoulder.
What are you seeing there? Excuse me, running back Jahmyr Gibbs. Are there any similarities to Christian just with the traits and size and all those things?
Yeah, I mean, they're both really good backs. I mean, he's a rookie in this league, but everyone knew, saw him coming out of college, how good he was going to be. He's just getting started. He's going to have a hell of a career. The speed he has is as good as anyone's. But he also run hard, can make the cuts, and he's got another good back to pair with him.
Now, was Deebo, was it just a pain tolerance thing, just waiting for pain to go away kind of thing?
Yes, yeah.
What did you learn from Brock on Saturday?
Nothing that we don't already know. I mean, thought it did enough to win us that game. He was a stud at the end, especially on that final drive, and same guy he's been every day.
Coach, in December, you said about Brock that, and also other players, that you'd rather have a player that's hard on themselves than the other way around. I'm curious, how do you assess yourself? Like, how hard are you on yourself?
You should probably ask people who know me well, but I think I'm pretty hard.
Have you had people that know you say, I think you're too hard on yourself?
Yeah, I think if you're not hard on yourself, it's kind of hard to put in the work and stuff that it takes, I think, to be an NFL coach. And I think most of us are pretty hard on ourselves. We're kind of perfectionists because it's kind of, how hard it is to win games for everybody. So you demand a lot out of everybody, just like you demand a lot out of yourself. So it's a very fine line in winning and losing. So you question every single thing, every single moment, and that always starts with yourself.
We won't talk to you, Kyle, until the end of the game. What are the final 48 hours before the game like for you?
Usually the final 48 hours are a lot better than the first 48 hours. It gets more relaxing as the week goes. You feel more prepared. You always start out the week stressed out. You pull on tape. There's a lot to absorb in. I think always when you can do the best is you start out a week with a fear to fail. That's always what gets you to work and put in the stuff. And you want that to be natural, that you can make that go away. And usually by the work you put in, the plan you put together, watching the players do it, going through the practice, getting to know another team. Usually by the time you get to this time, which after this we consider kind of our weekend because we get out of here about 3 hours. And it's a lot more relaxing. You catch up on sleep, you get ready for a Saturday night meeting tomorrow, and usually watch a movie Saturday night before you go to bed, and you wake up and it's on, and it's something you've been getting ready for, and you're ready for it by Sunday.
Will Deebo return kickoffs?
I don't know. We haven't thought about that yet.
We haven't considered that.
Oh, he might. Yeah.
Does he have any sort of limitations at all?
No, none.
Does he risk further, damaging the shoulder if he plays?
No.
Is the shoulder bruise?
I don't know. I don't ask questions like that. No. Not at all. Then I'd have to be lying now. It's real easy for me when I don't know.
Given how you said on Wednesday that you were feeling better about potentially his status, were you able to kind of treat the game plan normally, with his?
Yeah, you got to always have contingencies, but just talking to him how he felt Monday compared to Saturday. And, he had shoulder stuff earlier in the year and comparing it to then and the difference. And by the time how he felt Wednesday, so, we were real worried right after the game because he couldn't go back in and couldn't finish that, which is always concern. But you get the medical reports and that it is possible. Just depends on the pain tolerance and how it heals. And he had a great practice yesterday, and then by today, he's full go and stuff. So kind of out of sight, out of mind right now.
Coach, having gone through this game 3 years in a row, four times in the last 5 years, are there notes you write yourself during the week to remind yourself on game day not to forget, whether it's plays or just a message you want to convey to your team?
Yes, but not really based off of previous experiences. That's off of what you think's happening right now. So it's you never stop thinking about the situations from when you know who you're playing to when the game's over. It never stops. Everything's adjusting. That's kind of how a game is. It's how a week is. You never know how a game's going to unfold. You prepare for everything possible, and then that kickoff starts, and you're sitting there with a clear mind, ready to react. And And that's why I like when it doesn't rain, so I can make notes on my call sheet and then not get smear. That's my biggest problem with the rain. But yeah, you make notes all the time for yourself.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about Alfredo Gutierrez, our Mexican player. Your thoughts on Alfredo, and also Isaac Alarcón, who is coming to the team.
What's that?
Isaac Alarcón,
Yeah.
who's coming to the team, and also Alfredo. Just your thoughts.
Yeah, well, I love Fredo. It's been awesome. You know, you never know how it's going to be when you get that extra player. But to get a guy of Fredo's size and stuff like that, it's been great to be able to use him and things. I think he's gotten a lot better since he's been here. And he's an awesome dude. Guys love him. And for Christmas, he got me a Mexican bottle of tequila with a real scorpion in it. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Isaac Alarcón, who is coming to the team.
I don't know yet, so I'm looking forward to getting to know him.
Non-game question. Raheem Morris, head coach, Falcons. What kind of your thoughts on him getting that opportunity?
Oh, it's way past due. Raheem's one of the best coaches I've been with. I got to work with him earlier in my career in Tampa. Always was trying to, when I was young, trying to get my dad to hire him as a D coordinator, and he ended up becoming a head coach so fast. And then I got a chance to work with him in Washington. And then Atlanta, he actually was on defense. He got to come work with me on offense for a year, and I was as good of a coach. The fact that he was on defense his whole career and can come be our receiver coach was unbelievable. How cool he was, how good he did. Always tried to get him here every single year. But Raheem's been one of the best, and he's going to a hell of an organization, a good situation with good people, and really happy for Atlanta that they got him, and more than happy for Raheem.
What happened with Cleve Farrell? I don't think we had a chance to ask you about that when you put him on IR. You thought at first he might be able to come back?
Yeah, we were trying to, and there's always a risk with it. But you got to weigh in those percentages and stuff, and we tried to give him as long to wait as we could before we went through and got a surgery for him. We were thinking, but he wanted to wait at first because everybody wants a chance to can we win this game and him have a chance to be ready in 2 weeks if that happens. But when we just looked into it and all the scenarios, it wasn't the best thing for him, and would have been too much risk and really wasn't worth that risk. So we had to go through the surgery.
How would you assess his contributions, and what's he missed in the playoff game?
Definitely. Cleve's been awesome this year. I think the way he plays the run, the way he runs to the ball, Cleve's been a very good ad for us on defense, and we really appreciate him. Wish he was still here with us, but I mean, he's still here with us. I still wish he was playing with us, and I know he does too, but the guys love Clee and as a person, but he's been really good for us this year.
What's your final message to the team?
I'll tell him that tomorrow night, but it won't be anything magical. It won't be anything I mean, our guys are ready for the moment. We'll say a few things tomorrow night, which is always extremely overrated, and we'll get to bed and we'll get up ready to go. All right, guys, thanks.
How much work was it for you to just get yourself physically ready for this game?
Bro, it's like right when I figured out it wasn't the same thing as the Browns game, it was kind of a relief because I know it wasn't a fracture. It was just like a deep bruise or whatever. But I'm talking about countless hours in here day in and day out just to get where we at right now.
You seem in pretty good spirits all week long. Is that a reflection of your confidence that you'd probably be
Oh,
able
yeah,
to
for sure. I got all the confidence in the world. And, I want to give credit to our physical therapists in there, Ben, Little, and Donahue for, just getting me right where we need to be.
Can you explain what kind of pain you were dealing with and how it maybe subsided as the week's gone on here?
At the time, it was hurting like really bad. I was kind of scared a little bit. Like, I thought I had fractured it again, and I was just all over the place then. In a big game like that, like, I had millions of emotions on the sideline trying to kind of hold them together for my team. And, just to see them get the dub and stuff, I mean, that was kind of relief as well, just to know I have an extra week just to figure out what was going on. And we went and got an MRI and everything showed up negative, and it was just a deep bruise. And it was kind of painful at the time, but as the week on, like I just said, them doing a good job getting all the pain away, getting all my motion and strength back, and I feel like they did an outstanding job.
How do you play as physically as you do, but still trying to protect yourself?
I ain't protecting nothing.
What does it say about your team and the way they were able to come back in your absence?
Oh, that was amazing with how the game was going. Every game has its ups and downs, and you got all the naysayers about Brock this, Brock that, this, that, and the third. But when Brock best was needed, he went out there and capitalized on the long drive. The receivers going out there making plays, Kittle from Christian, and it all started with the O-line, and they just went out there and did what they were supposed to do.
What do you respect about the Lions?
Say it again.
What do you respect about the Lions?
They're winning. They playing good ball, and they made it this far. So obviously they're a good team, but everything got to run through Levi's.
You guys have you've been on this stage so many times.
I mean, I can answer 2 questions at one time.
You've been on this stage so many times in the NFC Championship game. How important is it for you to break through, and how much did that play a factor this being like, I got to get back from this one?
With a game like this, like got to put everything on the line because we've been here for the last 5 years, and 3 years we fell short, and then 1 year we fell short of the Super Bowl. It's kind of like, what is it going to take? And I feel like we got all the things that we need in this building, from Jed, John, and Kyle to all the players. So I feel like it's all hands on deck, and we know what's at stake.
Did you learn anything from Brock on Saturday night?
Not really, because I've been around him for 2 years now, I feel like forever. But he's never like uptight, or the moment is never too big for him. He's always poised, cool. Even though I wasn't in the huddle, like I can see it, and I can see like how the guys are reacting to the things that he's saying. But with Brock being the commander of the huddle, like you have no choice but to listen and just follow his lead, and he went out there and did a great job.
Well, what's more stressful, being on the field when the game is on the line, or being on the sideline watching?
Nah, being on the sideline was that was different, because it's like you can't do like nothing you can do besides encourage your teammates and just try to give them all the energy and all the everything they need to win. So I think it's more stressful just standing there watching, for sure.
How do you control your emotions when you got a guy like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, who you guys have had that back and forth on social media?
Don't pay that no mind, man. He just got to come in and strap it up.
What can you say about Jawan Jennings' contribution when you went out? He came in, made big catches. He blocked the guy to the Gatorade.
That's just what we see from Jawan, like day in and day out, like throughout camp. And it's only a matter of time. We call it third and Jawan. Most of the time we're going to Jawan on third down. But I wasn't shocked at all with the plays that he made and the things that he's capable of doing. Because I can go back to college when we played him. When I was in college, we played him every year, and just seeing how he developed from then and now, is just amazing.
What feels different about this NFC Championship run versus the other 3 you've been a part of?
Kind of feel different because we got home field advantage. 2019 we had the home field advantage, we won, and 21, 22 we on the road, backs against the wall, and it's still against the wall right now because we got a great team coming in, and just got to be prepared for everything. Just hopefully we come out on top.
What's the key to the game, Deebo?
Do what we've been doing all year long. Sustain drives, not turning the ball over, converting on third down. Defense being our defense for us, like being physical and then going out there and getting turnovers.
Does it feel different because you might have missed it because of the injury and now you won't?
You said might. I'm not missing it.
Going to the combine over the last couple of years, you hear a lot of players say that they model their game after you, and just the way you play and the bully mentality. Do you kind of see a little bit of yourself in Amon-Ra St. Brown, and maybe how you've impacted that next generation of receivers?
Honestly, no offense to Amon St. Brown, he's a great player, but we don't too much as an offensive player. We don't really pay too much about the other offense. It's all about what we can do and how we're going to attack their defense, just like they plan on attacking ours.